It's been an uneventful week last week when it comes to rates, but hopefully this week will spur some activity because we've got a lot coming up. So let's just jump right in. And then on this call, we're also going to explore some zero down mortgage options to make sure you understand and know what's available to your buyers. So let's go ahead and get started this morning. So happy Monday morning. My name is Sean Wohland, if you don't already know me. And we're going to jump right in to see what's happening with mortgage rates, what to expect, when will we see some relief, and is this more of a fingers crossed expectation for lower rates, or will it actually happen? So let's explore here a little bit about what's happening in the markets, and then we'll go. So this is this morning, we opened up positive 24 basis points. So if you look now, when these mortgage-backed securities, when they go up, mortgage rates go down. So I put in the top kind of what happens with the universal mortgage-backed securities on the 30-year 6% note. When this goes up, mortgage rates actually go down. So we actually, since then, this is a screenshot from just a few minutes ago, we lost some ground on here and we're below this. This is the 50-day moving average. We're below it. We're stuck right below it, and we're kind of hovering in between now. So we're about the same as where we were last week. If you look on Monday of last week, kind of where we were, we're kind of about the same. So if you look at, let me see if I can annotate here. If you look right here, you draw a line across, we're about the same as where we were a week ago. We lost some ground last week, but then gained that back up. So we're kind of the same. We're kind of hovering in the same spot. So it's going to be interesting to see how this all shakes out, but we're kind of stuck, I guess is the best way of putting it. So let me take off this, and then we'll go to the next slide here. And let's see what the 10-year is doing. So 10-year, when it goes down, rates go down. So the 10-year now is in a good position. So if you look right here, we're seeing the 10-year has dropped way below this Fibonacci level, and it's in this range. So we should see a pretty good opportunity for this to continue to fall or stay in this range, which means if that does that, the 30-year should stay above this Fibonacci line and maybe pierce through and stay, and maybe we can test the 200-day moving average and gain some ground this week. So there's going to be some interesting things coming up this week. Here's kind of where interest rates are. Now, keep in mind, the more you put down, the better your rate. These estimates are typically based on the average of about 30% down, 780 credit score, primary residence, single family detached home, not a condo, and with no points. So you can absolutely get lower rates than this. Rate buy downs are very, very popular right now. We can ask the seller for those, but we're in the 7.11. This is from Mortgage News Daily, and everyone's individual rates will be different. But you can see this, the 30 years at 7.11, the average on the 15 years in the mid sixes. The 30-year is a little bit higher on the jumbo. And then we've got FHA in the mid sixes, and then the VA in the mid sixes as well. Right now, the Monday's trend is rates are a little bit positive. That's a good thing. So we're going to continue to monitor this. And this is what's happening this week that could have a big impact on rates. So we have some information happening this Thursday and Friday are the biggest days, but we've got consumer confidence on Tuesday. We've got durable goods, and that happening tomorrow. We've got some treasury auctions today and tomorrow. And then we've got a Fed interest rate decision on Wednesday. That's going to be interesting to see, with Fed Chair Powell speaking. And we've seen some light numbers for inflation this recent week. So we're going to hope that come Friday, which is the PCE, that's the inflation numbers. We're going to hope that we see this on the lighter side and maybe get some extra help with mortgage rates towards the end of the week. Now, this could go sideways. We could get some surprises, but based on the trends, we should see mortgage rates get a little bit better by the end of the week. But on Thursday, we do have the jobless numbers, initial jobless claims coming out, and we have GDP for gross domestic, the purchase price index coming out. So we're going to be interesting to see the end of the week if the markets are showing a little bit more weakness. Because if you do different conversations with people on the streets, and if you go in and you do just surveys, the actual sentiment on the street that our economy is weaker than people think. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens here, and it's going to be interesting to see what the actual numbers come out, because I believe these numbers are incorrect. I think they're inflated as far as the number of jobs, and I think inflation is lagging because of shelter. But we will see better things in the future. I promise you that. Will it be a sharp decline? Probably not, but it will get better. I promise you that. Good thing is the new home sales and existing home sales came in stronger than expected. So there are things happening, and we'll continue to watch that. But one of the things that's helping is first-time home buyers, and boy, do we have some options for you when it comes to zero down. So we're going to jump in today, right now, and go into some of the zero down options available. And zerodownpurchase.com is one of the billion domain names that I have, but zerodownpurchase.com, pretty cool, huh? But anyhow, we do have a lot of options available. Now, I'm going to go through them because it really depends on the need, right? So what are the customers' need? Do they need down payment and they need closing costs? Because there's quite a few down payment assistance programs, and there's quite a few zero down programs. Do they need both? And that's going to really decide which one's going to be best for them. But let's explore these real fast. So as we all know, VA loans are zero down. So you can put money down if you want, but these by far are the best zero down loans on the planet. They don't have monthly mortgage insurance. They are for veterans only. And the only person that can get a VA loan has to be a veteran that's on the loan. So if your parents are VAs or veterans, that doesn't count. So spouse or a husband has to be a VA for this to count. But great loan, my favorite zero down loan. This right here is a really cool rural home, and then that is USDA. So USDA loans are available for zero down. They're really, really a great loan as well. There is a map that you need to go to find out if you're eligible. If you just put in Google USDA eligibility map, you can see which homes, and believe it or not, some homes that are in the outskirts of the city. There's some up in Anthem. There's some out in Queen Creek. Santan has some. There are some homes that are eligible for USDA. So don't discount those. You can make sure you're putting those in your listings. If you have a listing on the edge of town, make sure you're looking up this map to see if it falls in that, so you can put zero down options available on the MLS. Now, grant programs. I want to talk to you a little bit about grant programs. They're great. I love grant programs. The problem is they can be expensive. The rates are a little bit higher on some of them, and they're very limited in geography, in credit scores, in income, in property types, location of the property, and they're only available, most of them, to first-time home buyers. Not all of them, but they are very limited, and they're these are just a few of the Arizona ones, but every state has some really unique grant programs available. Most grant programs go on, and it's like a bolt-on program. They get added to a traditional FHA or added to a traditional first-time home buyer conventional loan. So they're not a loan program by itself. It's a supplement to an existing program. So it's an FHA loan or a conventional loan or a VA loan, and then this down payment assistance or this second mortgage program is bolted on to that. They are limited, but they are a tremendous value to those people, because you can get more than just the down payment, and you can actually get up to 5% towards down payment and closing costs. So there's some really good programs out there on down payment assistance. But again, you do have some golden handcuffs on these. Some of them you have to have for 5 years. Some of them you have to have for 7 years, 3 years, in order for them to be forgivable. If you refinance or sell before that, you do owe a portion of that money back. Some people are getting bit in the butt right now on these because they're selling their homes thinking they have an equity position. And then, oh my gosh, they have this second mortgage that's attached on the title report that everyone forgot about. that they owe $6,000 because they got 15 or 20 and they haven't reached that fruition on their forgivable time period for that grant program. So those are some of the negatives behind grant programs. They do serve a great purpose and they are a great way to help first-time home buyers, but there are some strings attached and there are some limitations. So great programs. Let's go into the next ones. These are the ones that we have that are unique to just Waterstone Mortgage and the Wohland Mortgage team. We have a zero down FHA. Now, when I say zero down FHA, it's very similar to a grant program, but we are the lender on the second mortgage. It's not a grant, it's a true second mortgage. And we follow normal FHA guidelines. So there's no restrictions on location, state, zip code, income. There's no limitations. They don't have to be a first-time home buyer. It could be anybody. Anyone can get this, including manufactured homes. So I want you to really understand this because a lot of these zero down programs have limitations. We are one of the only lenders in the United States that has a zero down FHA. That's good for every if you qualify for an FHA loan, you qualify for this zero down program. So fantastic program. Only a 580 credit score, manufactured homes okay, and it's 2 loans, first and a second. We fund the second with our own money in-house, and it follows normal FHA rules. So that's a fantastic program. We also have a zero down conventional, and it follows a normal conventional. So we're next to the 805 or just over 800,000 right now on conventional, zero down, conventional loan. This one, you do need the 720 credit score because it is a private mortgage insurance. It's not the government insuring the loan. It's a private mortgage insurance entity, so they require a 720. But zero down 30-year fixed or zero down 30-year loan on a Powerhouse 100 is a fantastic program. And I think this is one of those things that you can really advertise to get some traction on, especially with first-time home buyers. And fantastic, fantastic program. Then there's the Wealth Builder. Oop, I had a typo in there. There should be an R in there for one loan. It's a 20-year term and it's zero down up to 1.2 million. So this is for somebody that wants a loan that wants to pay it off quickly, and it's a 20-year term, zero down up to 1.2 million. Super cool program. Again, no limits on first-time home buyers to any of these. It's for anyone that can qualify. FHA 580 and these conventional and jumbo do need a 720 for those two. So some fantastic zero down programs, a lot of zero down programs out there. So when people say, do you help first-time home buyers? Do you have any zero down programs for them? We have it for them and more. So super exciting. And I want to also make sure you guys understand that I own FICOBoost.com. This is a platform that you can take advantage of. You can easily go into your database and say, are you a first-time home buyer looking for a zero down loan? I have a program for you. If your credit score isn't really where it needs to be right now, we have a program for a free credit score evaluation and plan to get your credit scores boosted so that you are eligible for one of these zero down programs in the near future. So if they have a 520 credit score, I will go through my FICOBoost.com website. They can register. They have to put who their realtor is on the registration, and I will track it for you and let you know where they are with their credit boosting, and I'll give them a plan exactly what to do to get their credit scores high enough to purchase a home. So it's free. I do it for our customers so that I can help them become homeowners, and it is a fantastic program. It's not just for people with low credit scores. If you have a 670 credit score and you're looking for a jumbo loan that requires a 720 or higher because you want to put maybe 10% down on a jumbo or one of our Powerhouse programs, we can use it for you as well. So I own it, FICOBoost.com, check it out, and that's available for you to market. And we can even create splash pages or anything for that if you want your own website to market that as well. So a lot of cool tools for first-time home buyers and zero down loans. Again, don't forget, we have a $5,000 guaranteed on our pre-approvals because we pre-approve them all the way through underwriting and we get the platinum approval. And then when you make an offer, you can tell your sellers we have a $5,000 guarantee. that if this lender doesn't perform, we will give the sellers $5,000. So pretty cool program. Don't forget also, we are licensed in every state. I can do loans in every state except for Hawaii and New York. So don't forget that. If you have clients all over the country, I can help them personally. It's not just my company. I can personally help them in every state except for Hawaii and New York. And we are a banker, we are a broker, and we are a bank with Waterstone Bank. And that's who has the in-house products that we have for the zero down powerhouse, zero down FHA, and zero down wealth builder. So some really great programs for you. Definitely use these in your marketing. If you have any first-time home buyers, definitely share those with us. And I hope this helped you today, because we really, really enjoy working with first-time home buyers, and we hope to help yours as well. Any questions regarding some of the zero down programs that are out there? Maybe you had some customers that were trying to get one and maybe didn't get approved. You had some questions on it, maybe just confused on how some of them work. Any questions on them?
So do you have something on that FICO boost that I could share on Facebook?
Sure, I have a few flyers that I put together for you. I can make something specific to you, or I can do like a generic link, or like a short little using, CapCut or something to make a little ad for you so you can post to social media.
Yeah, it's just something simple. Yeah,
Okay, yeah, I'm
that'd be
happy to
great.
get that
Thanks.
for you. For sure.
Me too, Sean.
You're very okay. You got it. I will get it. And let me just hold on 1 second. Make sure I'm all right. I've got that. I've got that as my little list of things to follow up on. So perfect. Any other questions regarding these programs? Well, hopefully we'll see some really good results with these bond auctions. Hopefully we'll get some good news with the inflation this Friday. And remember, no or bad news in the economy is good news for mortgage rates. And I think the books have been cooked for the last year or so. We should have rates lower. Keep in mind that the Bureau of Labor and Statistics, their job is to monitor how many jobs are being offered, how many jobs are currently being received, and they were off by a million jobs last year. So about 50% is what they were off by. So if the real numbers had come out, rates would already be lower now. But when they redo the numbers and they adjust those a couple months later, it's kind of hidden, the adjustments, and it doesn't affect the market when the adjustments come out. So it's kind of unfair, but hopefully those numbers will be real as we go forward. And we'll see inflation with the shelter really take effect, because that has a huge lagging indicator, and we'll see some better inflation come out this Friday. So fingers crossed, rates will get better. I guarantee rates will change. They're going to go up or down, but the trend is, and everyone thinks, and everyone estimates that they will get lower in the near future. We just don't know how fast and how quickly they'll get there. It all depends on the markets with inflation and what the Feds decide to do based on jobs, etc. So let's keep our fingers crossed this week. You guys have a wonderful week, and we will be in touch. I'll hang out here for a second if you have any other questions.
Thanks, Sean. Really appreciate that information.
Oh, you're very welcome. And Melissa, is zero down allowing a seller rate buy down? Yes, there are still most of the zero down programs are capped at 3% as seller contributions, but they all allow buy downs. So good question. Let's see what other questions we have here. You sent it out to us all. Thank you. You're very welcome. I will do that. And yeah, you're very welcome, guys. So any other questions? I'll hang out here. Otherwise, have a fantastic week, and we will be in touch.
Have a good week.
Thank you very much.
Sean,
Yes.
it's Lars.
Hey, Lars, how you doing?
Good. So we're good for 11 o'clock today.
Yes, sir.
I don't know how many people you have on here right now.
There's only 2 people on right now. So that we have 3 people, you and 2 others right now.
Do you have access
you
to
call
a
after this?
person? What's that?
You want me to give you a quick call?
Yeah, when you're done, when you just give me a call.
You got it, buddy.